Rumors are that allegedly fans aren't believing this new development from the network. What is it? I have some new information that may answer that question and more right after this. What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly fans aren't buying this new development from the network. What is it? I have some new information that may answer that question and more, and here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly Real Housewives of Atlanta producers have told their biggest lie so far about the brand. The source continued. The network is still playing a dirty and unrealistic game when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta. Everyone knows that Real Housewives of Atlanta is a legacy franchise and that fans are very protective over the cast members. So, you can't move as a network or as a production team in any suspicious way. Fans simply won't allow it. Fans also want to see Real Housewives of Atlanta fixed and given top priority, and not the other way around. Which is why this new development from the network is such a bad call, ended the source. Another source said, "Who does the network take fans to be? People can see right through this lie about Real Housewives of Atlanta, allegedly from the network." Also, with statements like this, many people are left believing that the network actually wants to see Real Housewives of Atlanta fail. So, what did they say that has fans in an uproar and very puzzled about the future of the franchise? Well, allegedly, behind the scenes, producers and the network have decided not to hire any big-name celebrities to join Real Housewives of Atlanta because the franchise lacks a proper budget. The source continued, "Who does the network think fans are? How do they expect us to believe that they don't have a budget for one of their biggest housewife franchises? It's reading sabotage. I understand," continued the source, "wanting a certain caliber of women for the show, but you can't go the cheap route. Cutting corners has really ran certain aspects of Real Housewives of Atlanta into the ground. Other franchises like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Potomac, and even Married to Medicine seem to always have huge promotional budgets and also huge budgets for their cast members. But when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, for some reason, the money disappears," added the source. And the most frustrating part, ended the source, most of those franchises only bring in a fraction of the ratings that Real Housewives of Atlanta pulls in each season. And most fans agree. One fan said, "Wow, so Real Housewives of Atlanta doesn't have a budget? It's like saying Cynthia doesn't have high cheekbones." Another fan said, "No budget? If you want to cancel Real Housewives of Atlanta, just say that. It's definitely giving sabotage." And all sources agree. Real Housewives of Atlanta producers, along with the network, need to take out some serious time to figure out how to get the season back on track. Something cutting corners and costs simply won't do, ended the source. Now, kinfolk, this is some information that came across my desk over the weekend regarding a Real Housewives of Atlanta production team allegedly not having a budget to add big name stars to the franchise. And the first part of this rumor that is completely wrong with this approach is this. Real Housewives of Atlanta needs high profile celebrities at this point, simply because regular women, in my opinion, they come in and they feel intimidated by the ladies. And you can't blame them. After 15 years, Kandi and Kenya and Sheree, and even throwing Marlo in the mix. In the Bravo reality TV world universe, they're like the Beyoncés of the network. So I can honestly say that ladies coming into that type of environment will feel intimidated and probably will feel apprehensive by, having their own voice or going up against a Kandi or going up against a Kenya or Sheree or even a Marlo. That's why Courtney, I think, really hit it off well when it came to fans, because she came in shaking the table and wasn't afraid to stand up to some of the OGs and veteran housewives. But let's be honest, at this point, if you don't have a lot of Courtneys in your back pocket, you're going to need big name celebrities like a Tamar or a Vivica to come in. And yeah, they might cost a lot of money, but you're going to know that they're going to give you your money's worth. Which leads me to the next part of this rumor. Speaking of getting your money worth, Nene and Portia, if they come back, they are going to command large salaries. They're probably going to want to pick up their salary where they left it, if not more. And who can blame them? These are two big Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise stars who are coming back to the network allegedly for big anticipated returns. And they have proven themselves, in my opinion, to be worth every bit of the money that they're going to be commanding. So if the network is saying that they don't have a budget and can't go for big name celebrities, I'm beginning to wonder does that mean also Portia and former housewives and also Nene, because those ladies are not going to come in for cheap. You're going to be paying them exactly what you're probably paying Kenya and Kandi at this point. Because, again, these are two women who are tested and tried and are proven to bring in the numbers together. Now, some may argue when Portia was somewhat leading the franchise during season 13, it wasn't the best season. But you're bringing Portia back into a different group dynamic. And it has been a long-awaited, anticipated return. So the money is definitely, honestly, at this point required to give to Portia. You can't come in lowballing her because, of course, again, she's going to bring in, along with Nene, a lot of ratings for the season. Now, kinfolk, the next part of this rumor that also, once again, piggybacks off the first and second point that I want to make. And it's this. Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think after 15 years, it is clear as day that they are a good investment. The network each season gets great returns on investments from Real Housewives of Atlanta. So to say they don't have a budget, that is completely crazy to me. Season 14 and 13, they saved money alone by not even having promotions for the franchise. I don't know if you remember those seasons had those lackluster promotional photo shoots, and everyone was like, where's the budget? So those two seasons, 14 and 13, the network saved tons of money on promotion alone. And the ladies still brought in huge numbers those seasons. And so the money is definitely there. It comes down to, do they want to spend the money on the franchise? Do they want to spend the money on getting some new, fresh faces who are known to the general public, but not necessarily known in a very intimate way? You're going to have to pay these ladies to give up that sense of privacy. But again, the money is there. And so that's why I kind of agree with fans, or at least can see fans in their point of view when they say that this feels like sabotage. And it really does, because it's so hard for fans to believe that, one, the network will play in their faces like this to say they don't have the budget. But it's also hard to believe that to be even half of a truth. And with that being said, I see why fans are pretty much upset with the network, and it seems as if they still not learned lessons from the last 2 seasons. But kinfolk, the last part of this rumor that I do find very suspect is this. Again, this new alleged statement from behind the scenes, it just simply reads sabotage for Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's almost signaling to us that, hey, don't expect any big name actors or actresses or entertainment individuals or moguls or big name socialites to be coming to the franchise, because we simply don't have the money to pay them. And that's what it's reading. It's reading sabotage. This is going to be our cover when we give you or get the fans 2 lackluster additions for next season. Or we didn't have the money. And, that's going to leave a big bad taste in a lot of people's, or at least fans' mouths. And it could be the season that Real Housewives of Atlanta for the first time can actually see a consistent drop in views, simply because fans are just not feeling like they're being heard when it comes to casting. And if Bravo is trying to change that, they're making this alleged announcement or talking about this allegedly behind the scenes does not seem as if they are interested in solving the problem anytime soon. But kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. If you are to believe this one right now, because right now it's just alleged information and hopefully speculation that the network just simply does not have the budget to bring in big name stars. Do you find it to be true, or do you think that's just simply a cover up or excuse for lazy casting if they end up casting ladies who do not have big name appeal? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I see you guys over on the next one. Peace.